So I would say the bulk of the work that we undertake with our clients, young and old, is when they need one-to-one intervention, because there's something quite big going on in the world, limiting beliefs, trauma. We deal with a lot. We work in schools, alternative provision. We're kind of the A-team when everyone else has given up on these poor kids and teens and adults. We work with foster and adoption. We work in the SEN world. How proud am I? And if you've watched one of our videos on the NHS, we've now got the badge we were waiting for. But here's the thing, right? Not every child or teenager needs intense one-to-one therapy. And arguably, it's the worst thing you can do because it's another label. And they're already feeling that they're different and they're odd. And the bottom line is that makes them feel that they don't belong, they're not valued. And if any of us feel that, that's when our mental health issues start to kick in, because we need to feel those things. Teenagers especially, trying to belong, fit in. Ooh. So I created a program called Ollie Kids and another one called Ollie Teens. And what it is we invite, wherever we're doing this, mainly in schools at the moment, but we can do them anywhere for anyone. We invite the adults that are in charge of these youngsters to tell me about 10 children or teens that don't need one-to-one, but they're a little bit awkward, they're a little bit socially, there's something. You know, the ones that slip through the net because they're not disruptive enough in the classroom to get therapy, they'll slip through the net and then unfortunately they become a statistic. I call them my cusper kids. But what we do really magically, because I don't believe in labels and boxes, is these kids are selected and teenagers, and they are told they've been invited to train with me, and that's exactly what they're doing. So it's a 6 weeks program, only an hour a week, that's all it takes, right? For these 10 kids that hate one another, really hate me and hate the world at the start, but by the end of it, oh my lord, they're brothers in arms. And we take them through some of the Ollie training that I deliver to our full-grown Ollie coaches. And at the end of it, they'll get a shirt, a red shirt, and a certificate to say that they've completed the training. But what we're actually doing, while we're also training them to be mini Ollie coaches, is because I know their background, I've had the referrals, we're working on those individual things that matter to them that will make the difference. I remember the very first one we did. Teacher phoned me and she said, Ali, I'm filming the playground. I know I shouldn't be, but you need to see this. I was like, okay, what have I done? And she showed me the film out the window. And 2 of the kids that were part of the programme we just completed were out in the playground in their red shirts, helping younger kids. How do we stop this epidemic of mental health issues in the UK? Get to the kids. And our teenagers are amazing. They're going into their own groups, very specialised groups, because these are the kids that don't quite fit in. And again, they're utilising what I've taught them to help other children, but at the same time, they're finding themselves. It's a really powerful programme, so if you're interested, follow the links. The other thing that we do, because I believe get to the children before there's an issue, is we do whole school, whole class programmes. So again, one of our Ollie coaches will come in for an hour with your class, as young as 6, right? And we start taking them through the basics of the Ollie model and the metaphors and the library and, you know, the bodyguard being anxiety. I've got 6-year-olds all over the country that aren't worried about anxiety. It's just their bodyguard who doesn't realise they're 6 now, not 4. It's working. We're seeing the difference. Evidence-based measurables are proving that transition times, unstructured times where we're guaranteed to see problems, we're not seeing anywhere near as much. And even the kids that are going through all sorts at home, we can't change that. Oh, I wish we could. But what we can do is give them the self-worth and resilience to know this is not about me. This is where I am right now. And I can let it define me, or I can choose not to. And I've got kids all over the UK choosing not to. If you would like your school, your organisation to find out more about the Ollie Kids, Ollie Teens programmes, please, please, please follow the links. As an individual, if you want to find a group of kids, I just want to get to every kid, follow the links.